One, regardless the race, the religion, the ideology, we can sit at the same tables and have the same opportunity to say, I'm a free man, I'm in the free world, and we deserve a better opportunity.
My American dream is to complete my education, meet as many people from as many different backgrounds as I can, and to eventually go back home and bring that knowledge to my small country and make people feel like they're mobile and they're able to do whatever they want, wherever they want, with no restrictions.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Well, Spar and Bernstein has been nothing but great to me throughout my trials. I mean, it's 5 years into this car accident, and they never gave up on me, never. And in everything, they fought for me, and I am so proud to tell everyone, don't even wink for a moment. It's you, Spar and Bernstein. My lawyer here, Mr. Barack, has been a cage animal. He wanted to go on trial, but thank God we settled out of court, and it was something that I'm very, very happy about. So everyone, I'm telling you, I'm not just making stories up. You have to use this law firm. Spar and Bernstein is the best, worldwide best.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The outcome of your divorce can affect you for the rest of your life. If you don't have the right attorney, you could literally be paid through the nose forever.
That's right, Brad. For example, did you know that half the money you put into your retirement during your marriage is up for grabs in your divorce? So a disagreement as to when your marriage exactly ended could cost you thousands of dollars from your hard-earned retirement fund. And let's say you bought a house together. Factors like who's paying the bills, who paid the down payment, and whether you're receiving rental income can all affect your settlement in huge ways.
If you're having family law issues, if you're having matrimonial issues, you need attorneys who are going to fight hard for you. Call the matrimonial department, the family law department here at the law offices of Spar and Bernstein.
This is an attorney advertisement. Prior results do not guarantee similar outcomes.
Good morning, everybody. It is, according to my calculations, 9:07. That means we are live. Oh, I'm by myself. Good morning, everybody. It's 9:07. Brad Bernstein here. Invisible Squeeze joining me momentarily. And up there he is, Invisible Squeeze. How are you? Let's see Invisible Squeeze again. There he is. And now here I am. And that's how it works. David Squeeze Annakie, Invisible Squeeze. Nobody knows what happened to him. Any event, my name is Brad Bernstein. I am here to help you with all of your immigration issues. If you call right now, we will be answering your immigration questions. And the telephone number to call is 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. You can call right now to get your immigration questions asked by you and answered by me. 1-800-529-5465. That's the number to call. 1-800-529-5465. Call now and you can get your immigration questions asked and answered. In the meantime, all these people said good morning to me. Oh boy, I'm getting tongue-tied. Vakisha Taylor, Barbara Lord, good morning. Lisa Bling Rose, Natalie McLean, Jeff Bossy always saying good morning. Beverly Thompson, Natalie McLean, Stacy Ann Hodge, Lisa Bling Rose watches almost every day. I always see hello from her. Malaya Loban Martin, Tamika Nelson always watches every day. Good morning to all of you. Stacy Ann Hodge, Natalie McLean, Carol Anderson the Tiger also watches almost. By the way, almost everybody I'm saying here I see watches every morning. Kirk Brown, Mercedes watching, Tamika watching again. Kirk Brown. Who else we got here? Jella Shauna. Does she watch every day, Gella Shauna? I believe so. Katrina Daniel, good morning. Carrie Ann Wallace. Anybody else? Dornette Bryan, good morning. Who else do we see here? Melisha Barrett, good morning. Do we see any new people here? Kamisha Thelwell. She new? I don't know if I've seen her. Do we see you a lot? I'm not sure. She's new. Tashawn Malcolm. JJ Clark also may be new. Unique Miller, and many, many more. I can't go through everybody. Good morning to everybody. Let's see what's going on in the news here while we're waiting for the phones to light up at 1-800-529-5465. Also, don't forget to share this with your friends and family. At some point in time, we're going to actually have a video that explains to you how to share, just in case you don't. But if you do know how to share, you take your thumb out, you go to the little button on the bottom, and you share it to your timeline. Let your friends and family know that there is help here right now for you, right here on The Brad and Squeeze Show, live on Facebook at The Brad and Squeeze Show. So if you're listening on WVIP 93.5 FM, you can also open up your phone. Just about everybody has Facebook these days. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I forgot, there's a big announcement today. A huge announcement. You can watch us on YouTube. Yes, we are live on YouTube. I didn't open it up, but I believe we're live on YouTube. I was told we were going to be live on YouTube. We had an issue with YouTube. Let me tell you what the issue was. When we first started our show, like 3.5 months ago, like the first week, we were live on YouTube, we were live on Facebook, and when you go off, you have to actually press an off button. Now let's some unnamed person, I won't call her out. Let's just say she handles social media for us. Forgot to shut the off button, but I won't call anybody out. So for 3 months, YouTube banned us. We are back and welcome on YouTube as of today. So for those watching on YouTube, welcome. For those who like YouTube over Facebook, go there. Check us out at The Brad and Squeeze Show. And we are also live on Facebook here as well. The telephone number to call to get on our show is 1-800-529-5465. I am sure that person who I just called out will throw something at me later after the show. We love her anyway. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. While we are waiting for our lines to heat up here at the Brad and Squeeze Show, please don't forget to share this with your friends and family. Let's see what's going on in the news here. Let's see. Sessions interviewed in Russian investigation. Mueller has interviewed Comey. Everybody wants to know, Brad, what's going to happen? I don't know. So far, we don't know that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Just a lot of accusations. We'll see what happens. But right now, I don't see that he's committed a crime. For those who don't know this, there were 3 school shootings in America this past week. Nobody even seems to know this anymore. Why doesn't anybody seem to know there's a lot of school shootings? I would bet you there's more people shooting kids in school than there are illegal immigrants shooting Americans. Yet Trump seems to be calling out illegal immigrants for being the killers. I don't know this for a fact, but I would almost bet that. Although we seem to have a lot of statistics here on immigrant crimes. There are 27 people shot dead every day in America, and almost all of them are by U.S. citizens. So, I don't know. All right, let's go to immigration. 1-800-529-5465. Can someone put the YouTube link here? Yes, that would be great. Can we put the YouTube link up on our Facebook page for those who want to watch on YouTube over Facebook? There are people who like Facebook. There are people who like YouTube. But right now, let's go. So, yes, somebody will put up the link. But you can just go to Google and just Google Spar Bernstein. I'm not even sure what the link is, but I know I'm there. But you can Google Spar Bernstein on YouTube or the Brad and Squeeze Show on YouTube, and you will definitely find the link. We have our own page there. Let's go to Stephanie in the Bronx. Stephanie.
Hey, good morning, Brad.
Good morning.
I don't know what happened the other day, but I'm good, thank you.
What happened?
I asked you. Yes, when I saw the other day, something wrong with the phone. It got cut off, and I couldn't get back onto you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, the question I was asking, I put in my husband's pay for the first week of November, but the thing is, we didn't put in the 2 kids. So, can I still put them in, or do I have to wait until he gets his green card before I put them in?
Where are you a citizen, Stephanie?
Yes.
Okay, and where are the children?
They're in Jamaica.
And where's your husband?
He's here.
He's here. You would put in everybody separately, but you can put it at the same time. So you put in one adjustment application for your husband and two separate I-130 visa petitions for the children. Now, what will generally happen, and I'll be happy to answer all your questions, but let me just finish this thought. What will generally happen is if the kids get their visa appointment before your husband gets through, they're going to hold up the kids in Jamaica, waiting on making sure that immigration says this is a real marriage between you and your spouse. But the process is, if you do it at the same time, the process is for an interview here in America, it's about 9 months. And for an interview in Jamaica or any country that your children may be in, it's probably 12 to 15 months. So if you put them in at the same time, invariably, your husband's going to get through before the children back in Jamaica.
Okay, so even I can put it in now then?
Yes.
I can still put it in? Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Right.
I just shared 10 times.
What'd you say?
I just shared your page 10 times, and they're tired of me.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Bravo.
You're welcome.
I should make that a rule. If you want an immigration question to ask, you got to promise me to share the page 10 times. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good rule.
Welcome.
Thanks, Stephanie. Be well.
Bye.
1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Simone in Queens. Simone.
Good morning.
Good morning, Simone. How are you?
Yeah, I'm calling just to find out a question.
Sure.
I did my interview on the 7th of November. Up until now, I still haven't heard nothing.
You did your interview on the 7th of November, and up to now you've heard nothing.
Yeah, because when I called USCIS, they said my priority date is January 31st, 2016. They haven't reached the US yet, but I did my interview on the 7th of November.
Who's sponsoring you?
My husband.
All right, there is no priority date if your husband's sponsoring you. You're an immediate relative, and you should be getting through immediately. And you did your interview how long ago, did you say?
The 7th of November.
Oh, it's only been 60 days. So what I would suggest you do is you got to wait 120 days from the time of the interview. And it's going to be one of two. It's going to be one of two. Either within 120 days, you're going to get your approval, or maybe they don't believe it's a real marriage. How did the interview go? Maybe they're going to schedule you for a Stokes. I mean, we don't know that.
They didn't. To be honest with you, they didn't ask me no question.
Right. But that doesn't mean anything. Sometimes they just look you up and down and they go like this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And stoke you without even asking questions. So I mean, you never really know. So it's possible you'll be called for a second interview. It's possible you'll get through. It's only been approximately 60 days or so. If you have not heard anything, we're now at the end of January. If you haven't heard anything, by mid-March, you live in Queens, just make an appointment to come see me.
Okay, and the next question I want to ask you. My brother, his girlfriend is here. His wife is here about March make 2 years, and he's here maybe I think it's 3 years. Now he's married to the girlfriend. Can the girlfriend file for him?
Yeah, why not?
Even though she's not a citizen?
Yeah. There's two different processes, and I say this a lot, but I think I want to make it very clear, and you stay on the phone so, on our show so you understand, okay? When you're married to a U.S. citizen, that's one process to get a green card. When you're married to a green card holder, it's a completely different process, but yes, you can go through it to get a green card. So people always think that because it's not the same process of being married to an American citizen, you can't do it. That's not the case. Okay, if you're married to an American citizen like yourself, you file an adjustment application, you get your work permit, you get an interview in 9-10 months here in the United States of America. That's the process. When you're married to a green card holder, you file an I-130 visa petition, you get put on a waiting list. The waiting list is approximately 18 months. Assuming you overstayed your time like your brother did, what will happen is one of two. Either at some point over those 18 months, the spouse will become a U.S. citizen, and then you go through the adjustment process like you just did. Or alternatively, if the spouse doesn't become a U.S. citizen, then you do what's called a provisional waiver, which we discuss on the show all the time. You get your waiver approved, you go home for 2 weeks, you come back with your green card. When you are married to a green card holder, you should absolutely be filing, especially in this day and age. And I'll tell you why, okay? Just yesterday, okay, there was the government shutdown, right? And they shut down the government, the Democrats, to try to get this DREAM Act passed, which isn't going to happen now, because Trump, as Schumer calls him, is Jello. And now, there was going to be some sort of deal, wall for, some sort of immigration reform for amnesty and getting people green cards here who are illegal. That's not going to happen now. There is going to be, my guess is, exactly as the laws are today, will be what the laws will be in 1 month from now, will be the same exact laws in 6 months from now. I think the Dreamers are going to get screwed until the Democrats take over the Congress. So it's going to be the same laws. So what Trump's going to do is he's just going to start enforcing laws more and more and more and try to deport more and more people. But we're still dealing with the same laws. So you should be, if you're here out of status, you shouldn't be hiding. What you should be doing is trying to get through as quickly as possible. So if he's married to a resident, let her file for him.
Okay, thank you.
All right?
Have a good day.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. It's actually a beautiful day here in New York City. I don't think that is actually today that we're looking at. Maybe it is, but I don't think so. But it is a beautiful day. Do we have somewhere like the live shot from New York? Do we have that, Jill? Do we have our live shot set up yet? Not yet, but we can do it. Yeah, let's see live New York. It's going to take a second. So as I'm talking, all of a sudden we're going to see live New York. Why not? Let's see it. All right, 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Sudat in Queens.
Yes,
Sudat,
sir.
how are you, sir?
Oh, listen, good morning.
Good morning.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a niece. She doesn't have no green card, but she wants to get married to a citizen guy, the fiancé. Yeah, his fiancé. But one question I have, a big question. His fiancé is living in Minnesota.
Right.
And he works over there, and the girl in New York in Queens. Does this sponsoring can still go through if they're married?
No. How is it going to go through? They live across the country from each other. They got to live together. When you get married to a U.S. citizen, let me be very clear about this. It may very well be a real marriage. It may very well be a marriage for love. It may very well be a marriage for life. You may be Romeo and Juliet. But according to the Immigration Service, you better be two things. One, living together. And two, sharing an economic relationship. They don't care that you're in love. They don't care that you're Romeo and Juliet. They care about two things. Do you live together? I mean, obviously, the whole thing is, are you in love? And that's the whole thing. But how do they figure this out? They don't figure it out because there's no blood test that they can take to figure out if you're in love or not. Okay? So the only way they can figure out if you're in love or not is, this is it. This is reality. Do you live together? Do you share the same bedroom? So they're going to ask you questions about your living arrangements. And they're going, now, right or wrong, this is the process. And do you share an economic relationship? Do you have a bank account together? Do you put your money in the bank account together? Do you pay the bills out of this bank account? Period. Do you share in the proceeds and the debts of the marriage? Do you share the same pillow or a pillow next to each other at the end of the night? If that is, the answer is yes to both of those, you get through. If the answer is no to one or two of them, you're not getting through. That's just how immigration works.
No, because his job reason. He has his job in Minnesota, but he always go and come, He always come on a Monday or holidays. He come over here.
Yeah,
his job relation make he gone to Minnesota to work.
As my invisible co-host always says, are you watching me on Facebook? Yeah, or YouTube? What I'm doing is just putting my hands up saying it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter. All right?
Okay, sir.
All right,
Thank you very much.
So basically, your niece, I'll tell you this, okay? Your niece loves this guy, okay? She's in love with him. This is a real marriage. What should be more important is being with your spouse and getting your green card rather than trying to keep some fakakta job here in New York. Let her move to Minnesota. Get a green card. All right?
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. 1-800-529-5465. Marina Brakefield. Good morning, Marina Brakefield. She is up in our Hartford office, and Marina 1 Congress Street. Is that true, Marina? Yes, it is. And so if you're up in Connecticut in the Hartford area, you don't want to schlep down here to New York for 3.5 hours. It's a 3-hour drive up from, I did the drive from New York to Hartford. It's almost 3 hours. So you don't want to schlep down here? You can go see Marina in our Connecticut office. And maybe we'll get other offices in other cities and you can see other marinas in other cities. But right now it's New York and Hartford. Or you can do what's called a phone consultation from anywhere in the United States or anywhere in the world. So if you're in Florida, you're in Maryland, you're in California, you're in Idaho. Why you'd be in Idaho, I don't know. But if you are, you can call us on the phone. You can make an appointment to speak with us. And you can have the consultation from anywhere in the United States and anywhere in the world. It's the same immigration laws. And by the way, for your interviews, excuse me, for your appointments at immigration, we'll fly out to Idaho. Why not? I've never been there. Maybe it's nice. We'll fly out to Idaho. We'll fly out to California. We'll fly out to Florida. Been to Florida plenty of times. We'll fly out to Louisiana. Wherever you are, we will fly out to you for your interview. So we at Spar and Bernstein can handle your case from anywhere in the United States and outside of the world. So give us a call right now at 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. And in addition, you will be able to speak to me if you want. You could speak to one of my other associates if you want. And if you don't know yet whether you need a consultation, you're not sure, give us a call now, get on our show, and we'll get like a little mini question and answer thing going, and then I'll let you know if you need a lawyer or not. Or leave your questions live on our Facebook page at The Brad and Squeeze Show, or leave your questions live right now on our YouTube page. That's right, YouTube, we're back live on YouTube. Yay, YouTube, finally. 1-800-529-5465. Clifford in Queens, New York. Clifford.
Good morning, Brad.
Morning, what's up?
Yes, I did my citizenship test November 28th.
Right.
But I haven't heard from them yet.
Okay.
So you think it's still early?
I think it's early. What happened at your citizenship interview? Did they say that you have a problem?
No.
Okay.
The only thing that happened was my driver's license was from Pennsylvania. That's the only thing.
Your driver's license in Pennsylvania? Why is your driver's license in Pennsylvania?
Because that's where I used to live years ago, but I didn't change it.
So now perhaps, you know, they're going to look into this simply because I'll tell you what the thinking is. The thinking is that you live in New York, you got a driver's license in Pennsylvania to try to save insurance money on your car by registering it in Pennsylvania. I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but that's the thinking process, and they're thinking, maybe you don't have good moral character. Maybe you're trying to skirt the law somehow. So they're looking into you probably a little more than they otherwise would. I mean, you got to go with a clean record. If you're filing in New York, you come with a New York driver's license. You're filing in Pennsylvania, you come with a Pennsylvania driver's license. So let's see what happens in the next 2 or 3 months, and hopefully, you know, you get cleared and you become a citizen. If not, give me a call by March if you haven't heard anything.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Mini consultation, like it. Let's go to Terry in Virginia. Terry.
Yes, hello.
Virginia Beach. How are you, Terry?
Not bad at all.
What's going on?
Quick question. So I sent out I just received to do my biometrics in December for my I-485.
Right.
And after I did my biometrics, I just got in the mail to go in to do my interview February 27th. But they took forever. That was like May 2016. Now it's 2018. I'm just being able to do the biometrics. But another thing, my husband's not living with me no more because I filed another case, an abuse case, in May 2017. The cops had to remove him from my house because of abuse. Mm-hmm. And I sent in a different case, which is self-petition for spouse abuse. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, should I go to this interview February 27th because he's not going to be there with me?
Yes.
Do I have to go with a lawyer?
You should. We just had a call yesterday. I don't know if you watch our show every day. Just had a call yesterday, and the woman had the similar situation where her husband filed for her. Then there was abuse, and I'm sorry about that. I'm glad he's out of the house, and I'm glad you're safe. And then she got the interview. She filed an abuse case, but then on the other hand, she got the interview based on what the husband did. And she went to another lawyer, and the lawyer says, no, don't go on that. And I said, no, that's wrong. You should go on it, because if you don't, the immigration officer, they're not, who is that detective from London? They're not Sherlock Holmes. They're not looking through the whole entire system, looking to see if you filed something else. Okay? They're not. So what's happening is you don't show up to an interview. They say, oh, this woman didn't show up to her interview, denied. I'm sending her off to the deportation office to put her in deportation. And then let a judge figure out if you filed anything else. So now you're getting in deportation. And then number two, you got to refile your adjustment again. You're better off to go and bring your proof that you filed the abuse case, your receipts or your approval or whatever. Explain everything that happened to the officer. He won't put you in deportation. He doesn't have to be Sherlock Holmes and figure out if you have something else filed somewhere. He'll keep your case open pending the approval of your abuse case, and they'll consolidate everything.
Okay, because I haven't got no green card, nothing at all.
I know. Well, that's what you're trying to do. And what I would suggest, Terry, because this is going on 2 years, and it seems like you've gone through, a lot to get to this point. You want good things to happen to you. You don't want bad things to happen to you. Okay? And good things happen to people who get good lawyers who help them. You can't do everything on your own. You need people to help you. You need good lawyers. You need good doctors to keep you alive. You need good family members to support you. People need other people in life. And one of the things you need right now is probably a good lawyer. So hold on one second.
One quick question again. My work permit was expired, and I sent in since August 7th, and I haven't received a new one. Is it?
Well, then you're doing something in error. I'm not sure what. You should have gotten it by now. So that's, again, why you need a good lawyer at this point, okay? Because A, you've been waiting for years. 2, you're not sure exactly what you're doing. You're probably up at night anxious what's going to happen. This is your life here. All right, this is crunch time. You're at the last 2 minutes of the football game, because we're coming up to the Super Bowl, okay? You're at the last 2 minutes of the football game. You got to score a touchdown now or you lose, okay? So you need, all right, you want to have the best players in, okay? Hold on one second. Hold on. All right. 1-800-529-5465. Please don't forget to share. We're going to be going to Belgium Kim, our social media guru, in about 3 minutes. So please leave, BK, as we like to call her. So please leave your immigration questions on Facebook. Please leave your immigration questions on YouTube. And we're going to be going to our rapid fire round right after we speak to Michael in Mount Vernon. Michael.
Morning, Brad.
Morning. How are you?
Good. I was checking on some here. I did my interview for citizenship in November. How long will it take for them to call me for the swearing in?
Yeah, you should hear within 120 days, unless there's something in your background that they're checking into.
Okay. Well, right. They told me I had passed,
Okay, so if you passed what they told you was that you passed the citizenship test, which is the government's and government test, the English test, but they didn't say. Did they say that your fingerprints cleared, your background cleared? Because that's usually the delay.
Well, they didn't say anything like that.
Right. So you got to wait 4 months. If you don't hear within 4 months, you come see me.
Okay,
that's the rule.
Okay.
All
right.
You know what? Sandra in Philadelphia. Let's see Sandra in Philadelphia, and then we're going to go to Belgium, Kim. Sandra.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. And you?
Very good.
Okay.
Surprisingly.
I filed for my daughter in Jamaica in 2015.
Right.
I am a U.S. citizen. She's 33 years old. She's been approved since 2015 and still on waiting.
Correct.
Do you have any idea how long the waiting is? Because I'm a citizen. I thought it would be earlier.
Yeah, about 5 more years. So much for the theory of chain migration, which doesn't exist.
5 more years?
Yeah. Probably. There is no such thing as there's no such thing as chain migration. There's also no such thing as Santa Claus. Okay.
Is it because of our age?
It's because she's over 21, and there's a huge, long list of people who want to come to America, and they only give 22,000 green cards a year to children above the age of 21 of U.S. citizens.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. You know, that whole theory of chain migration is right up there with, I don't know, Santa Claus, and Donald Trump is a honorable. I'll tell you what. Okay, chain migration's up there with Donald Trump is a good husband who goes home to bed with Melania every night. Yeah, right. All right, 1-800-529-5465. Let's find Belgium Kim, our rapid fire media guru. There she is. You're in a good mood today, Kim Moore.
I'm always in a good mood.
But you're in an extra good mood. You want to know why? Because we're streaming live on YouTube.
Yes, we are.
We are. And by the way, before we get into rapid fire here, and everyone could leave their. Do we have any questions on YouTube? I'm not looking on YouTube.
In fact,
we do. Okay, so we're going to answer the questions on YouTube first, just to say hello to all our YouTube people. Okay, but before we get into that, I do have to remind everybody that this entire rapid fire round is brought to you by USA Credit Repair. We're going to get to all of your immigration questions right now, but I do have to remind everybody that USA Credit Repair is our partner here on the Brad and Squeeze Show. And if your credit is below 700, you should call USA Credit Repair right now. At the telephone number is 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-USA-7177. USA Credit Repair, they are the key to beautiful credit. They really are. So what you do is if you call them at 1-800-USA-7177, you will get a free consultation. They also, why don't you look excited about USA Credit Repair? You were all happy until I started talking about USA Credit Repair.
I love USA Credit Repair.
You just looked unhappy. I'm talking about USA Credit Repair.
No, I was reading through the comments.
Okay, I see. All right, so USA Credit Repair, okay, not only do they repair your credit, they give you a guarantee in 90 days that your credit is up. In 90 days or your money back. And we have people who watch us on the Brad and Squeeze Show, our Brad Squad, our Team Squeeze people who watch us, who called USA Credit Repair and then come on the comments and said, I can't believe it. My credit went up like 140 points in 15 days or 30 days, whatever. All different comments we see all the time. Now, obviously, prior successful results don't guarantee a similar outcome, but they will guarantee that your money back in 90 days if your credit's not up above 700. So give them a call right now at 1-800-USA-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. USA Credit Repair, the key to beautiful credit, and the partner here at the Brad and Squeeze Show. USA Credit Repair, 1-800-872-7177. You ready for rapid fire?
I am so ready.
Okay, let's go.
Our first question on YouTube, from Carla is, while an appeal for the I-212 denial was already filed and we're awaiting response, is there anything else I can do, or am I just waiting for a response now?
Well, on that particular appeal, you're waiting for a response. Is there anything else you can do to solve your immigration problems? Maybe you should make an appointment to come see us. Maybe doing the appeal is not the proper procedure. I don't know. But so if you already perfected the appeal, you submitted your brief, yeah, you got to wait for a decision. Should you be doing that? Should you be doing something else? I don't know. That's why you come for a consultation. By the way, the 212, that's a waiver to waive either a deportation, an inadmissibility, or some sort of criminal offense. So I'm not, in order to travel. So I'm not sure, that's a loaded question because I know the 212 waiver means you have some serious issues. So that's why I said maybe you should be getting a second opinion.
It depends what those issues are.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
And by the way, I just want you to know something.
Tell me.
I hope Squeeze is watching. I know Invisible Squeeze is watching. All right, yeah. Invisible Squeeze has been right here next to me the entire. There he is. Very, very supportive. This Invisible Squeeze. I keep looking over at Invisible Squeeze. I know he's invisible to everybody, but I know he's shaking his head yes in everything I'm saying. But Deborah Gail McCrone, who is actually not invisible. She says, "You did good, Brad. Squeeze would be proud." About the USA credit. He can't complain. I did good. All right, let's continue.
Gems on YouTube. Gems on YouTube asks, would it be possible to explain the Graham-Durbin immigration bill?
The you want me to explain a 300-page bill?
Yes. Yes,
you would like
please.
me to explain it?
Not yet passed, and that Donald Trump has also promised not to sign, but yes.
Well, basically it was in not so many words. Give a border wall to Donald Trump, but not the border wall that he wanted. He says, "I want this big shiny wall." Okay, that's like a castle around a moat. Like that's what he's selling people. Literally a brick wall. If you think about these old, medieval movies where there's like a moat and there's a huge wall and people are dumping, oil, people are trying to climb up the thing. That's what Donald Trump is selling. There's a ladder, catapults, that's what Donald Trump is selling people. All right. But the wall really is going to be some sort of electronic surveillance. You can't literally build a wall, but that's, what people really think. And they were chanting, "Build the wall," because it's not as exciting to say, "Give us surveillance, give us surveillance," So yeah, in return for getting a stronger surveillance, because you can't build a wall. There's no way, because there's private property, there's environmental issues, there's mountains, there's rivers, private property. You can't, in America, you just can't take people's private property. There's private property, all right? So instead of that, to build some sort of surveillance and put billions of dollars towards it, give the dreamers, we all know who the DACA people are, some sort of green card, ability to get a green card and then become a citizen. And in addition, the DAPA people, we haven't heard about the DAPA people in a long time. The DAPA people are the Deferred Action for Parent Arrivals. Those were the people that Obama also wanted to give work authorization to and the ability not to get deported back in 2012. It was those people that the state attorney from Texas sued Obama in the Texas courts. It went all the way up to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court overruled Obama and said what he did was beyond his presidential authority. And that was basically anybody who gave birth here in the United States or anybody who has a permanent resident or U.S. citizen child, even if they weren't born here in the United States, would get the same privileges as the DACA people, basically to allow families to stay together. These would be the parents of children who are already legal. That was not give them green cards to citizenship, but give them some sort of quasi status that allows them to stay here for the rest of their lives, but something short of becoming a citizen. That was basically it. Okay? It was also get rid of the visa lottery and take the visa lottery. There was 50,000 green cards for people in the visa lottery and give them to the Haitians and the Nicaraguans and the El Salvadorans who had TPS who Trump wants to deport. That was basically the deal. Okay? And when Trump had, the TV cameras on him and he said, "Yep, I love these people and I love everybody. You give me a bill, I'll sign it, I'm going to take the heat." And then 2 days later, he called everybody S-holes who don't look like him and aren't from Norway. And then everything unraveled. And now I don't think anything is going to happen. So there it is.
Blows my mind.
There it is.
Blows my mind. He goes, "I'll take the heat." And then they bring him a bill and he's like, "It's a little hot in here, don't you think?"
Why do we want people from these S-hole countries?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So quite frankly, he basically called 3/4 of the world S-holes. So I don't think we're going to be getting anything immigration-wise from him because we now know what his true colors are. And they're white.
Very white.
Very
just
white.
Pasty
white, yes. All right, continue.
Genesis asks, if I came through Canada without inspection, how can I go get my green card? Do I have to leave the country first?
Well, if you're doing it through marriage, the answer is you have to do a provisional waiver. If you are a Canadian citizen, then you made a legal entry. So we need to know more.
Ashi Ash wants to know, can I use a permit to attend college?
Sure.
Nerda Yerg on YouTube wants to know, I'm a U.S. citizen. I filed for my wife and kids back in Jamaica in July of last year. How long is it going to take for the I-130 to be approved?
About 6 to 9 months.
Yannick on Facebook asks, I've applied to do CNA courses, but it requires a background check. Can I do a background check if I just got married and my papers are still in process, or am I going to get flagged somehow?
Go do your background check. The background check's for criminal records, not your immigration status.
Charlene says on Facebook, is the affidavit of support change form from I-864 to I-134?
No, those were always there. You use the I-864 on family-based petitions. You use the I-134 on all other petitions. So it depends on what you're doing.
Tamika wants to know, what's the visa lottery?
That's it's called the diversity lottery, and it's for immigrating countries to America. So we're countries that you don't get a lot of immigration from. To give America its full diversity, they allow people who are educated, who pass background checks, who are completely vetted, who go on an interview and get interviewed. It's not a lottery where you pick a ball out of a hat and it's bingo up. Number 171, bingo, come on in. It's not like that. And you have to show that you're educated or you have a skill. And you come from a country that is immigrating to America. So the high immigration countries are out of it just to allow America to have its full diversity. That's what it is. Now, in reality, probably, there's better uses for those 50,000 green cards. Okay? Nobody is sitting here on the Brian Squeeze show and saying that the immigration system works. It doesn't. It's completely broken. But what we don't want to do is break it more, which is what is happening now with Donald Trump. All right, continue.
So this might be a bit of a squeeze question, but I think you will be able to answer it. Tash on YouTube wants to know, does having a light bill balance cause bad credit?
Is having a what?
A light bill balance. So if you owe money to your electric company.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not the credit doctor, but yeah.
Right.
They're asking credit questions. I would think it does. Squeeze? Yeah, invisible squeeze. Let's see. Invisible squeeze. Let's see. Invisible squeeze is shaking his head. Yes. Okay.
He says no.
He says he just did this. Yeah, okay. All right. I thought he was shaking his head, but he's invisible, so who the hell knows what the hell he's doing, right? Right. All right. Let's continue.
Deja says, I applied for my citizenship and I'm now filing for my son. I sent the papers in September and he turned 21 in October. What does that mean for his filing?
It means he's going to wait about 7 years. You waited too long. You've got to become a citizen and have his I-130 filed before he turns 21. Other than that, he's on a long waiting list. And by the way, please share this with your friends and family. I don't think we're getting enough shares. BK.
People need to share. Share away.
Share away. Sharing is caring.
Share like 15 of my friends this morning.
Right. You know what?
And I want you
to know something. I want to figure out a way. Can we get some sort of contraption? Okay? Some sort of contraption that allows us to figure out who's sharing the most and take their questions first. That's what I want to do. Those are the most deserving people. We need the contraption.
We need a contraption.
Yes,
we need Facebook to change their privacy.
Contraption. Yes. Right. Do something.
Get a contraption.
Right. Okay, let's continue.
Damodar would like to know, he was deported in Yemen to Yemen in 2010 after overstaying his J1 visa. he was here on a cultural exchange program funded by the U.S. government. He's now married to a U.S. citizen for the last 2 years, and he'd like to know how and from where should they start filing for him. He is currently out of the country.
And he's been out for the 2 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so he satisfied his 2-year home residence requirement. Who's filing for him now?
I believe his spouse would be filing for him.
Okay, yeah, just file the I-130. As long as you stay out of the country for 2 years, you're fine. File an I-130 and let's get the thing going.
Mac asks, I had my citizenship interview 2 weeks ago. I passed the test but was asked for more evidence on my Class A misdemeanor theft, police reports, court transcripts, etc. Should I be worried?
Yes. That's why I'm saying stop.
You did the stop.
I did the stop. Because what are they asking for? They are asking for you to bring in evidence for them to determine whether or not they should deport you. You're doing their work for them. When you have I don't know how many times I say this, you have any offense and you go to immigration, you have to have your head examined. Literally. I don't know if you need a lawyer or a psychiatrist.
Bit of both.
Maybe both. To go into immigration with a criminal record in the year 2018. You go to a lawyer. Don't give them anything. Why would it's like say, hey, you know what? I went to court, and the judge says, "Can you bring in a chair and an electric current and some handcuffs to your next court date?" Yeah, you're bringing. The judge is telling you to go build the electric chair for you. Yeah, no problem. I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah. That's heartbreaking.
Yes.
Unique is asking, so Unique wanted to do the CNA courses, and she's going to do, you said she can do her background check. Does she have to have her work permit to start the courses? It's just a training academy, or
she can start, she can do her work permit with the training courses, absolutely. And by the way, BK, what I want to do is I want you to hang out with us, okay? Yeah. You know Anna, right? She's on Monday and Tuesday person. You're the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday person.
Correct.
Okay. Big competition between the two of you. But I want you to know something. There's actually no competition between the two of you, but I don't want you to come in second place. But Anna recently caught up. So hang out, and then we're going to come back and finish our rapid fire round. So Anna recently caught up with Itawe. Now, apparently everybody seems to know who he is. I don't know who he was, but I heard his music. So I'm like, oh, I know this song. But I didn't know who sung it or anything. So Itawe Correa, who is part of the Locos Por Juana, which is lead singer for Locos Por Juana, which has been up for Grammy Awards. And he originally came from Colombia, lived here illegally, was up for awards as an illegal alien, since has gotten his green card. Anna caught up with him down in Miami to hear his immigration story. I think it's really cool to watch. So let's watch this.
Hey friends from the Brad and Squeeze Show, I'm Ana Escona. Today we will be talking to vocalist from Locos Por Juana, Itawe Correa. Thank you for joining us today.
Gracias, Ana. Thank you so much everybody that's watching, and really excited to be here.
Before we begin, we want to know about your band, Locos Por Juana. Tell me more about that.
Well, Locos Por Juana is a band that was born in the year 2003 in the city of Miami. A bunch of kids, sons of immigrants from different places, a lot of Colombians, a lot of some Puerto Ricans, some Argentinians, some Peruvians. Really excited to take that sound of the immigrant and represent a lot of immigrants in the United States.
And what's your style of music like?
They call it fusion. You know, each of one of us have different tastes of music. You know, I like reggae. I love Jamaican music, and I love my Colombian roots, and obviously Dominican music, Puerto Rican music. So all this blends together, and well, what is the sound of Locos Por Juana?
We call un sancocho. A sancocho is a soup where we mix a bunch of vegetables. So he's mixing a whole bunch of sounds all in one. Okay, so the purpose of this interview is for you to share with us your success story coming to the States. Why did you leave Colombia?
Well, I was brought here in the year 1992 by my dad. I was 8 years old. Basically, my dad ran away from the violence that Colombia was happening in that time. The cartels and the violence that the drug trafficking was happening. And basically, my dad didn't want to sacrifice our lives in there, and he just decided to come. In that moment, my dad had a visa. We have visas. We came legal, but we decided to stay. You know, we decided to stay and just start from the beginning, start a new life. I think it was almost 16 years that I didn't have no papers after the visa expires.
And what would you say was one of the biggest challenges you guys faced being undocumented in the U.S.?
I think the language, the language barrier takes a lot of toll on you, but at the same time, it's a learning process. You got to see as a dad,
So can you tell us, how did you guys obtain your green cards?
Yes, we were blessed enough that in 2005, we were nominated to the Grammys. That was one of the biggest things that helped me to, get my visa. My visa was given to me because of my music, and because definitely we proved that I was the only one that could do what I was doing. And they gave me my green card, and it was just a blessing, So it's a blessing because I was a dreamer myself. And being a dreamer not necessarily means that you are waiting for a paper. Being a dreamer is that you have hopes, that you have a lot of things in your mind, that you got goals that you need to achieve, and that you need to do it.
I know you mentioned you wanted to play soccer, but I'm sure you always wanted to be a musician as well, right?
Yeah.
Would you say right now you're living the American dream, or do you still want to play soccer?
Well, I live the American dream. I'm excited to live it every day and to be happy. We work hard. We want to keep traveling. We want to go to places that we haven't been and play music there in those places that we haven't been, and make sure that people listen to our music and keep fighting, keep doing activism, for people that need to, keep being the voice for all the people that they cannot speak.
Well, thank you so much, Itawe, for sharing such an amazing story. It's very inspiring.
Hola, mi gente. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Itawe from Locos Por Juana, and this is a special hug and a special shout out to everybody. And ya tú sabes, Brad and Squeeze Show. We love you.
That was awesome.
But you want to know what, though? That's what this is all about. That's what America is about. Here, this kid came illegally. Trump wants to God knows how many great people that Trump wants to kick out of the country. How many great people that would want to make America great again? Let people live here and do what they do best. That's how you make America great. You think America would be just as great if this guy got kicked out? He was here illegally. He's now a Grammy Award-winning artist of a huge band. BK. All right, so any event, we have about 3 minutes to go on WVIP 93.5 FM. We're going to run overtime, BK. Is that okay?
Ooh, I like it.
All
I
right,
like it.
so
give people what they want.
Yeah, give them what they want, which is more immigration. Give them what they want, right? So, you know what they want? I'm going to tell you what people want. They want Invisible Squeeze. Let's have Invisible Squeeze do. There it is. Invisible Squeeze will be continuing the show at 10:01, and we'll see what Invisible Squeeze has to say for himself between 10 and 10:30. I think it's going to be very exciting. Stay tuned. No. So
you really don't give that guy a platform enough.
I don't give Invisible Squeeze a platform enough. So what we'll do is those people who are listening on WVIP 93.5 FM, if you actually watched us on Facebook and YouTube, you would have seen just a picture of nobody in a chair. That's what we were showing and laughing about. But what you can do is turn on your phones right now. Everybody's got a phone and everybody's got Facebook. And for those who don't got Facebook, you have YouTube. Okay? Even my parents now, I'm going to tell them you can watch on YouTube because they don't understand what what is the Facebook? The Facebook, it's not the Facebook, it's Facebook. But now I'm going to tell them you can watch on the YouTube also. Either one, go to Brad and Squeeze. We're going to continue our show. I do have to tell everybody on WVIP 93.5 FM that prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome. This has been an attorney advertisement, but please turn on your phone right now. Go to the Brad and Squeeze Show on YouTube. Go to the Brad and Squeeze Show on Facebook. We're going to be continuing right now. Let's continue, Squeeze. Squeeze. Let's continue with your, okay. Squeeze, let's continue. I'm so used to saying squeeze. Let's continue. I'm talking to Invisible Squeeze here. All right, let's continue, BK. Let's continue with your questions on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, Antoinette is asking on Facebook, can a U.S. citizen who has a bankruptcy status affect filing for a spouse?
No. Bankruptcy will not come into effect at all, filing.
Olajide, and I'm sorry, I probably butchered that.
No, I think you got it.
Is it right for immigrants to call USCIS to find out about their own immigration status?
Yeah, but you're calling an outside contractor. So when you're calling, you're really not speaking to anybody with any authority or who has really a lot of knowledge about what's going on in your case. I think you are much better off if you have anxiety and you're concerned about your immigration status. I think calling the immigration service is not going to reduce your anxiety or help you much. I think going to a good qualified lawyer like moi would be much more helpful to you in terms of fixing your situation.
Quinty Blinds wants to know, I've been arrested, but I never got convicted of a crime. Am I going to have a problem going for my citizenship?
If the arrests were with drugs, yes. If the arrests were in the last 5 years, yes. What you should be doing is, anytime you were ever arrested in your entire life, go see me. You know how many times people have called me and said, I've been arrested but not convicted, and guess what? They come in and go, guess what? You were convicted. You paid a fine,
Yeah.
You were convicted. Oh, I didn't know. All right. Continue.
That's all we've got right now for social media rapid fire.
All right, thank you very much. 1-800-529-5465. We're going to continue with our telephone calls here on the Brad and Invisible Squeeze Show. Oh, one more late one.
I got a late one. Princess arrived kind of late, but says, my mom filed for my sister back in 2010. My sister is a mother over 21 who is married, and my mom is a citizen. Is there any way we can speed up the process? And if not, how much longer do we have?
You have 5 years. The only way to speed it up is get divorced, but then you're leaving your husband behind forever. I mean, literally forever. You can't do a divorce, come here, then go back and marry him again. Because then they're going to say this was all a fraud to jump the line. So you're leaving him behind forever.
So since the mom filed for the sister in 2010, they should have already heard something back, right?
Married.
Oh, another 5 years.
Married is longer. Married is longer.
Gotcha. One more. Asset is asking, if one was married but annulled it within 6 months, is it considered a marriage, and is it going to affect your filing if you remarry?
It is not considered married. It's a void marriage, but I would still mention that you were married so that you are fully transparent to the immigration service. Yes, I was married and the marriage was annulled. It is a void marriage. You are considered to have never been married, but I would still be fully transparent, so there's no issue.
Gotcha. Thank you so much. Princess was really, really thankful that we squeezed her last question.
Wonderful. Thank you, BK. Wonderful job as always. Belgium, Kim, because nobody realizes you were born in Belgium. You are an immigrant here as well.
I am an immigrant. I am a European immigrant.
That is right. All right. 1-800-529-5465. Maureen from Stamford, Connecticut has been waiting a very long time. Maureen.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. I'm being a mouthpiece for my friends who I encourage to be a part of the show, but I have 3 questions. Let me ask my
questions. 3 questions. Okay.
Yes, I'm going to ask my questions. I acquired a Social Security through a J1 visa, and then changed status to a regular visitor's visa.
Okay.
Got married. Pending my green card.
Okay.
However, I have a job opportunity. Is it advisable to take this job and proceed with paying tax before getting what I need to get?
Yeah, it's fine. You should have a work permit, and you should be legal to work if you're filing an adjustment application. You certainly have a Social Security number and can pay your taxes. And as long as you're married to an American citizen, any illegal employment that you take is not a bar to getting a green card. So yeah, go take the job.
Okay. And proceed with paying taxes, that's fine
Yes,
too?
absolutely. And make sure it's jointly with your husband. When did you get married?
Just last year, and we just put in the green card application.
Okay, so you should be filing a joint tax return for 2017 with your husband, using your Social Security number, whether you earned money or not.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that.
Okay.
Now, I'm asking on behalf of my brother.
Now you got the other friends.
Yes.
Okay.
His wife served him a divorce after 5 years of marriage and 2 kids. He's just putting in his citizenship. He wants to know if there are any negative implications because of the divorce.
Not really, as long as it was a real marriage. They may ask questions about the validity of the marriage.
It was, and he's currently paying child support.
Okay, yeah, so as long as he's paying child support, I don't think it should be a problem.
Okay. My friend, she says her daughter has a green card. What if she's now in Jamaica? There are issues with a child's father, so he sent the child back to Jamaica.
How old is the child?
The child is 15.
And how long has the child been in Jamaica?
A little over a year since.
Okay, so so she has to go down to Jamaica and bring the child into the U.S. Embassy and get her what's called an SB1 visa to come back, because she's abandoned her green card. But as a 15-year-old, it's really hard to abandon a green card. So she should just get the SB1 visa, come back. But once you turn 18, you're out of the country for more than a year, you're screwed. Come back.
Okay, so she can do all of that without the green card in hand because he's holding on to it.
Yes. But what has to happen is the mother goes down to Jamaica, brings the child into the U.S. Embassy, and tells the problem. They'll give her an SB1 visa to come back, and when she comes back to the United States, she could apply for a renewal of her green card with the mother.
Okay, thank you. And the next question was, I'm just about to put in my citizenship application. She lives in New York. How long is the wait for the interview?
About 9 months.
About 9 months. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for your help.
My pleasure. Good luck.
All right, bye-bye.
All right. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. We're going to speak to Asset in New Haven, Connecticut. I believe we have a man on the street. We're going to be surprised on who the man in the street is. Maybe we'll run. Maybe what we should do, I don't know. I'll let Jill pick the man in the street. Maybe it should be from the Women's March. I love the Women's March man in the street. Maybe it should be an immigration, maybe personal injury, divorce. And then we'll come back and finish with all of your immigration questions. Let's see the live shot. What's live in New York going on right now? Let's see. There it is, the live shot right from the window of our office here at 225 Broadway. There it is. Not a bad day out today. It was pretty warm. I like that shot. Can you put that shot and me together now? I wonder. No, you can't. Okay, that's good. That's cool. I'll give you a second. All right. 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Asset in New Haven, Connecticut. Asset.
Hi. Good morning, Brad.
Good morning. How are you?
What did you do with Squeeze today?
All right, let me tell you something. Okay, it's private what I did with Squeeze today. He's locked up in a box somewhere, and I'm going to bring him out at 12 o'clock. All right, he's getting punished right now. No, I'm only kidding. I don't know where he is. He actually had some issues this morning. He is a bad boy. I don't know. Well, hopefully he'll be here for 12.
Okay, my question is, if one was married and got an annulment within 6 months, would that be considered a marriage to, the person is remarried and want to put in the papers?
Yeah.
Would that affect putting in
It's
the
not
papers?
an effect at all. And I think you asked this question online, and I think I answered it as well, but I'll answer it again.
No, I did not get an understanding of it.
Okay, so all right, so this is the deal. When you get an annulment is something different than a divorce. An annulment means the marriage was void from inception because of some sort of fraud. Okay? Had I known about this issue, I would have never married this man. This issue caused me to marry him, and had I known the facts differently, I would have never married him. Annulment means fraud. The marriage was fraudulent and void from the beginning. Like, for example, he was married to another woman. So you can't be married to two people. Had I known he was married to another woman, never got divorced, I would have never married him. Or maybe, I want to have children, and it turns out that he had a vasectomy. Had I known he had a vasectomy and he's impossible to have children, I would have never married him. Those are frauds on a marriage. So that's what an annulment means. It means it never happened. A divorce means I was married, we were married for some period of time, and now the marriage is terminated. Okay? Now, when you file for immigration, the question is, were you ever married before? Legally speaking, you were never married before. Okay? Because you got an annulment. So legally, technically, you were never married. But I'm always concerned about, being forthcoming to the immigration officer. They may not fully understand the technical technicalities of the difference between a divorce and annulment, you know, and then and then they're saying, what are you trying to hide? How come you didn't mention? So what I said was, even though the marriage never happened, I would still check off married, marriage annulled.
Okay, so I'll have to get that annulment paper to put with it.
Yes.
Okay, because really, the problem was this man was sick to death and didn't stay. He's now dead.
Okay, well, did you get an annulment first or did he die first?
Yes.
What?
It was within 6 months. It was done within 6 months.
You got an annulment within 6. All right, so if he got an annulment, you got an annulment.
Okay, so get the annulment paper, put with it. Make sure it's tick off. Okay, Brad. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you. You too. All right, 1-800-529-5465. We have a couple of telephone calls left. Let's go to our man in the street, and then we'll end with our phone calls at 1-800-529-5465. So everybody on hold, stay on hold. We're going to be back with you in about 3 or 4 minutes. Let's see what we got.
This is Kim Moore at the New York City Women's March, and today we are asking marchers questions about Dreamers, TPS. I have a feeling this is going to be a very opinionated bunch, as evidenced by the fact that someone literally just threw a banana peel at the Trump Tower sign. Let's find out what else they thought.
Leader, not a creepy tweeter. We want a real leader, not a creepy tweeter.
The government shut down on Friday over the fact that they were unable to reach a DACA deal. How do you guys feel about that?
Just the fact that there's even a discussion to take that away is just such a huge issue right now, especially being a child of immigrants. I think it's so important.
They need to simply agree that the 800,000 young dreamers can achieve the dream. Most of the Americans support the dreamers.
People need to put their personal feelings aside on whatever threats they think that dreamers may be to America and start thinking about how they can positively impact this country and how they have been positively impacting this country for years now.
Even though a government shutdown is not a good thing, I have friends who are in the armed services, I have friends who are federal workers, and this is going to hurt them, and I think it's a tragedy, but ultimately we have to stand up for what we believe in.
I find it really sad, and I hope that they're able to stay in this country.
DACA being controlled. Now it's DACA not control. Obama have nonsense policies like catch and release. This was nonsense. You caught on the board, you send back.
I think the fact that it happened on the 1-year anniversary of his inauguration is very telling to the rest of his presidency.
Do you know of any dreamers that have been protected by DACA over the last few years?
I do. I've met some dreamers, yeah. Amazing people who we want to have in our country.
I came from Ecuador 23 years ago, and I have a son who is DACA recipient.
I'm Dominican, but I have a lot of Salvadorian, Peruvian, I'm half Honduran, and I do have a lot of friends and family who were impacted by this decision negatively, who are worried about what their future is in this country, and I care about them, I worry about them.
A couple friends back in Miami who are dreamers, and they're just very, worried right now as to what's coming next. So they're very unsure about what their next step is.
We never depend on the government. We work hard as a parents to give him the opportunity that we don't have in our country. And he came when we was 2 years old, and now he's doing wonderful. He graduated in the college, he get a master's degree in Denver, and now he's teaching as a teacher.
How do you feel about the fact that Trump has removed TPS protections for several countries, including Honduras?
Yeah, and Honduras, El Salvador are countries that were removed from TPS, and he's sending people to their deaths. That's bare and blunt about it. Those people ran away from murderers, and they're being sent back to murderers.
Which people?
So it's Honduras, El Salvador, Haiti.
Everyone deserves a safe haven, and we shouldn't take that away from people who come here and try to do good for themselves and protect themselves.
I disagree that you should get people for 10%. I think we should build the camps like what Trump suggests. Like other countries should invest a lot of money and build the camps, support people, let them build their life and come back to their countries.
I just think that's the wrong move, because if you've made your life here, America is a melting pot, and if it doesn't matter where you come from, to just be ripped away from everything that you know to go to a country where you might not have family or
might not understand their way of life. It's just wrong.
They should have the option either to stay or to go home. I don't think they should be forced to go back to a country where they might have been seeking refuge from or be seeking safety here in the U.S.
Revoking TPS status is probably the most Donald Trump thing to do.
I feel really worried for them, honestly. Like, first of all, number one, they are not whole countries.
In my country, Ecuador, don't qualify for the TPS. But it's sad to the people who live in more than 10 years working in the right field with a legal status, and now is going to lose the TPS status.
Temporary status to give, I don't think so, is the solution. It should be only temporary. Let's say till you build your house, build electricity, clean water, and then you need to come back. That's called temporary status, not a permanent status.
What's your message to the dreamers who are currently in the middle of this fight with the federal government?
I would have to say keep focusing on what you know is important and what you are doing to better yourself.
We're here for you. We love you. We are going to stay here for you. That's it.
Keep dreaming, keep fighting. There's people standing with you. We support you, we love you, and we welcome you with open arms.
One of Donald Trump's biggest proposals to curb illegal immigration is a border wall. How do you feel like that would impact illegal immigration?
It's bull crap. Bull crap!
The idea of a wall to keep people out is absolutely ludicrous.
Building a wall, I want people to get out of their mind that building a wall is about illegal immigration. It's a symbol of racism.
I don't think a wall is going to do anything. It's sort of kind of sending a message that we're trying to prevent people from coming here in a very strong and offensive way.
A wall will not stop one illegal immigrant. The majority of illegal immigrants come here on planes, on boats, in ways that a wall would never stop.
I also understand the United States don't need to fix what happened in our countries because it's our country's problems. But making the wall is not going to resolve the problem. The people is going to find different ways to cross the border.
You're working on building a wall. Wall is must. You get the wall, we get the DACA, and you get us, let's say, we call him the green card lottery. Listen, anybody can get a green card lottery. This is nonsense.
He's ruining everything America stands for. I mean, aside from being dangerous with wars and everything, I mean, this guy is a maniac.
If you had a message to Donald Trump, that camera is Donald Trump. What do you say to him right now?
Go yourself.
Could we have a PG version because we're kind of a family show?
We're watching. We see what's going on. It's not the fake news. It's not the Democrats. It's not the FBI. It's not the United Nations. It's you. You're the problem.
Absolutely. Resign. Resign now. Resign a week ago. We don't want you here. You don't represent us. We don't love you. You don't love us.
Let us have the same opportunity you and your parents and your grandparents have in this country. Many, many years ago, the ancestors came from different places and find in this land the opportunity to get a better life. We also want this better life. We also want to enjoy the freedom. We also want to enjoy what this country gives it to us.
So many things to say, especially coming from a Hispanic background. It's like a strong feeling that we have, and I just can't really pinpoint. I just don't ever want to meet him.
Shout out to Brad and Squeeze for being here at the Women's March 2018, and big up all my yardis who are out here today.
All right. If Ike was... Oh, there we are. New York City in the background. That is a live shot of New York City. Congratulations, team. Brad and Squeeze. We finally got our live shot there of New York City, City Hall Park. And if we were able to play the Bob Marley song One Love, that would have been perfect right there. Unfortunately, Facebook would shut us off because we don't have licensing for Bob Marley. But just sing it in your head. One Love. That would have been great to end, but we can't do it. All right, so let's see who we have left on to answer immigration questions. We have one call left, so we're going to get to Stacy now, who's calling from Boston, Massachusetts. Stacy.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing this morning?
Great.
Good. Question for you.
You feel for me?
Yes.
Oh, you have a question for me?
Yes, question.
Oh, okay.
Okay. My sister, she just put in for her citizenship.
Uh-huh.
And she added her son to the paper. She did it in September. but she, unfortunately, I think she sent 80 cents extra.
Wait, what happened? You're breaking up. Are you on like a Bluetooth?
Yes.
What happened? Unfortunately,
she sent in the papers and they sent it back. Say it was 80 cents extra.
It was what?
80 cents. 80 cents extra.
Oh, she paid 80 cents extra?
Yes.
How do you pay cents to immigration? There's nothing in cents. That's so weird. Okay.
So they sent it back, and that was in September. And and then she sent it back to them, correct it, and mail it back.
Okay.
And then when they sent it back, no, he turned 80. He turns 21 now. So is there anything we could do?
No, unfortunately. You have to be a citizen before the child turns 21. She's filing for this child. I think you asked that question on Facebook. Once you're filing for the child, you have to become a citizen before 21. Other than that child's waiting 7-8 years. It's fact.
Okay.
So unfortunately, that child's out of luck. Now, that doesn't mean out of luck on the application filed by mom. Not to say he or she won't come. It's just going to be 6-7 years from now. Maybe there's other options. So I think what needs to happen is your sister needs to call us, have a consultation. If she's not in the New York area, it can be done by phone. And let's see if there's other options to get the son here other than mom filing for him.
He's here.
Okay, then he's turning 21 when?
He's 21 in October.
In October.
October. She put it in September and he turned 21 October.
So he's already 21?
Yes.
He's an adult. He needs to come see me.
All right, City. Thank you very much. You have a good one now.
Thank you. You too. All right, there you have it, folks. Invisible Squeeze. Invisible Squeeze, you have anything to say? Brilliant, Invisible Squeeze. That was fantastic. Fantastic insight by Invisible Squeeze. We're all going to be back at 12 o'clock with Real Squeeze. I'm told Real Squeeze will be here at 12 o'clock. Come watch us then. Thanks for watching Brad and Squeeze.
The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.